Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out, which are typically around 9:30 a.m. Eastern time.
What are we talking about?
Well, what do you rate me?
Is that what we're starting out with?
Yeah.
Do you think the men rate women?
No, I thought, because isn't that what you do?
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before I get started, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if it feels like I'm talking about you, you need to check yourself, because I'm only talking about bad women that do bad things to good guys. And I teach the good guys how to spot the bad women.
Nigga, what?
Next, if you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description. Can you go ahead and hit the notifications button right now? All right, guys, today I'm going to be reacting to a video with Kevin Samuels and Nicki Minaj on her live. He asks Nicki to rate herself, and then he explains to Nicki Minaj exactly why successful black men go to white women. And I was shocked in this one is that Nicki Minaj also had some words for black women. Now, when we watch this, I want you guys to interact and actually learn something from the interview, being that Nicki Minaj is a big star, and a lot of women out here want to be just like Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has to take accountability as well as being a good manipulator to a lot of these women. She's gonna go off on black women in this video, but at the same time, you guys have to understand that she is one of the reasons why a lot of these girls are the way that they are. I'm only gonna be reacting to part of the video, but I'm recommending that everybody go out and go to World Star and watch the full video. All right, let's get to it.
What we got?
So I want to know what you gotta, let's have this real talk. Let's have this real talk. Because I know a lot of times when people will speak to you, it's like they trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you call somebody trying to be funny, yes, I feel if you call somebody trying to be funny, then don't be mad at what you get. If you call somebody that, and you're really trying to, sincerely ask questions or get information or chat, then that's different. So I want to talk to you.
Okay. What are we talking about?
Well, what do you rate me?
Is that what we're starting out with?
Yeah.
Do you think the men rate women?
No, I thought, because isn't that what you do?
I want you guys to pay attention to the fact, as famous as she is, as married as she is, as popular as she is, she still wants to know what's her rank from someone that she knows that may disagree with her. I told you guys, no matter how much niceness or telling a woman what she wants to hear, a lot of women know that it ain't true. Women are going to always gravitate towards the truth. And that's what Nicki Minaj herself is doing here. She's gravitating towards Kevin because she knows that Kevin's going to tell her the truth. No matter what, she could have 1 million people telling her she looks good, but they're going to always gravitate towards the one that they think is going to actually tell them the truth.
What have you seen of my content? Have you just seen like the clips?
Yeah. I think I always see people calling you and then you tell them, you ain't no such and such. You lying to yourself. You ain't this.
What I typically don't do is I don't typically rate people. I ask if they rate themselves. I usually ask these questions.
So let's start it that way.
Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
Dress size?
My dress size?
Mm-hmm.
Then the Don said, my dress size. That's a good question. I guess a 4.
All right. And on a scale from 1 to 10, you can't use.
Just by the way, I have seen her in public, and I'm telling you, Nicki Minaj is really a small woman. But you want to know who's smaller than her? Beyonce. Beyonce's shorter out of all of them, even though she appeared tall on TV.
You 7, where would you rank yourself? Fresh face out of the shower, just you.
Yeah.
That's how I always ask the question.
7.
Can't you 7?
7 is always the default answer, guys. It's always the default answer. It's what every woman's going to say because it's a safe zone answer.
So 7 is the most common answer.
Really?
It's the default answer for most people because they don't want to go too high, they don't want to go too low.
Well, no, it ain't a default answer for me.
Well, let's see.
That's her narcissism kicking in. You can see she's like, it's not a default answer to me. In other words, she's saying that if I want to be a 7, it's going to be a 7.
I'll give you a 9. I will give you a 9 because you have the facial symmetry and you get additional points for eyes.
No, what Kevin is doing right here, Kevin is trying to save face. Kevin know he ain't going to say nothing out of the ordinary because the barbs do not play whatsoever. He's protecting himself, but at the end of the day, I don't think Nicki Minaj is a 9. I'll probably give her a solid 7. Like she said, I would have went with her first answer, which is a 7. I think he's just throwing the 9 out of there because she's famous.
Full lips. See, it's not. I'm an actual image consultant, and I'm sure you deal with a lot of people who take your pictures and stuff and so forth. You have a symmetrical face. And so it's much more based upon facial symmetry. It's not based on European beauty standards or anything like that. It's much more based upon what babies, animals, human beings have evolved to find attractive.
Wow.
You get additional points because we have evolved to find more slanted eyes somewhat attractive, especially when they're not.
I'm not going to lie. I think Kevin just adding on a little extra right now. Like Nicki Minaj is a pretty girl. But Nicki Minaj has to pile on a lot of makeup and she has to pile on those wigs. She does not look the same when all of that comes off. And we've seen this over and over and over again talking about symmetrical faces. No, she's one of the most plastic surgery people in the industry right now to get her look. So with me, with as much plastic surgery that she has, her look actually does not even count. It's a fake look. Granted, Nicki Minaj is a pretty girl. But I think that she believes that she's a 7.5, and I think the rest of the world sees her as a 7.5. Kevin, on this one, you my man, dog. You my man. But Nicki Minaj is not a 9. Now we're going to go to another part here, which is going to take me around here. This is the one she asks about the guys.
Actually, we're starting to have more conversations about this. It ain't comfortable, but we're starting to see progress.
Well, let me ask you this just outright then. Mm-hmm. Why do successful black men date outside of their race?
Well, I would say this. When I look at men, I split them up. Guys that I consider to be in the industry, music, entertainment, athletics, and then guys on the business side. Mm-hmm. Business side, because I come from that side. But more often than not, black men want to be with black women. Mm-hmm. We do marry. 85% of black men are married to black women.
And he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right about that. Majority of the black men are married to black women.
Oh.
When I have my guys come to me, even after they got themselves together, like Dennis Furling, the guy who just moved, he found his black wife in my group. Black men we want to be with them. The problem is, let's be honest, in my lifetime, we weren't really raised to learn how to get along with one another. We can kick it, we can hook up, but can we work together long term? And I mean, you're married now, right? Okay, relationship is a skill set. It's different than dating in short term. We really want to talk that kind of stuff. And what successful people who are doing good in their professional life want to fail in their personal life.
He's absolutely right. And I've said this a lot of times. I've said one of the reasons that I am not married is because I have never been trained to be married. I wouldn't even know what it's like to be a husband. I could barely get a relationship to last for long periods of time. I truly believe that husbands and wives have to actually be trained to be that. Without it, you're going to have a lot of relationship problems because people are guessing what to do next. And this is another part after this little part.
Excuse me, Kevin. This is not. I'm talking to black women real quick. Can we stop Can we stop posting all day on TikTok? Because I newly went to TikTok and I just kept seeing this. Black women, can we stop talking about if black men, if these successful black men want us or not? Like, can we just focus on us and we be successful and then we go out there and we decide who the fuck we want? Because what I've been seeing is, I feel like I've been seeing men using that as an opportunity because they've been hurt and somebody done and they've been using it as a way to come out and lash out and poke fun at black women and use it as a way to feel like they somebody or they something. Or so for all you niggas that's doing,
like, in a way, Nicki Minaj is disconnected from reality in a way. She's not understanding that women are out here getting money, but they're getting money the way that she taught them how to get money. Like, men aren't mad at women getting money. Men are mad at the combativeness that have happened with women and why they're unable to pair bond. It isn't necessarily worried about what the guys want. They're getting the money. It's just that black women want to be with successful black men as well, and there's a form of dysfunctionality going on. But she's a celebrity. She's separated from that, and she's married. That's what's wrong with a lot of you women. You've been listening to advice from a single woman who got married, but that single woman, Nicki Minaj, has programmed women to be different. Most of the women that are out here now are just like this. Go over to Kevin's channel. The link should be below of the actual interview, or you could go to worldstarhiphop.com and see the full interview with Nicki Minaj and Kevin Samuels. Hasta la vista, and hit the notifications button right now.